Today we're going to have a look at everything you need to know about modal verbs. So modal verbs, as you know, are should, could, may, might, have to, must, need to, and can. Modal verbs are essential when you're speaking English. In English, we are direct, but we are polite. It is very important that we are polite when speaking English. It is the way the language works. Modal verbs should be used all the time when you're talking. And I know many students don't use it. So let's go through it today and make sure that you're using them. Let's start with a general understanding of modal verbs. And this will give you an idea of when you should be using each one. The should is for a suggestion. And what I've written under here, a good idea. Can is a general possibility, means that you can do it, an ability. May and might, it's possible but not likely. Could is used for speculation, and also, just to make it a little bit more difficult, it's the past of can. We'll come back to that in our next slide. And the last one's an obligation, must and have to and need to. So remember also the pronunciation, must, no preposition. Don't say must to, it sounds terrible. Must, have to, need to. So here we have the modal verbs in the present form and the negative. Let's look at the first example. You should buy the shirt. It looks great on you. So remember, it's a suggestion, which means it's a good idea. You should buy the shirt. You shouldn't buy the shirt. The color doesn't suit you. You can come to the party. You have been invited. Or you can't come to the party. You haven't been invited. I might, or I may, see you later. I'm still thinking about it. I might not, or may not see you later. I'm still thinking about it. It could rain tomorrow. Remember, could we're using for speculating. So we're talking about the future in the present form. It could rain tomorrow. It couldn't rain. It was too windy. So if we're using it as present form, could, but we're talking about the past. It couldn't rain. It was too windy. You have to, or you need to, or you must wash the car. If you don't have to, you don't need to wash the car, it's giving you some choice there. You don't have to, you don't need to wash the car. If you mustn't wash the car, it means it's an obligation. Do not wash the car. So there is no choice. You mustn't wash the car. Let's move on to some examples with the past form of the modal verbs. I know this is more unusual, but it is very common for native English speakers to use the past form. It's a very useful structure. With the past form, generally we add have, and that makes it past. So you should have brought the shirt. It looked great on you. So note how we change it also to the past. So the way we're using this past form of modal verbs, it's to offer advice or a recommendation of something that you should have done in the past. Something that was supposed to happen in the past, but didn't. This is important. You should have bought the shirt. It looked great on you. You shouldn't have bought the shirt. The color doesn't suit you. You could have come to the party. You were invited. You couldn't have come to the party. You weren't invited. I might have, or I may have seen you at the party. Remember, we're talking about the past. I might not have, I may not have seen you at the party. You had to, or you needed to wash the car, but you didn't do it. You didn't have to, you didn't need to wash the car. So notice here that when we get the have to, need to, or had to, need to in the past form, When we use the negative, we put didn't. You didn't have to. You didn't need to wash the car. You must have washed the car. It is looking very clean. So, must have. Again, note the different use of it here. I'm assuming you must have washed the car. It looks beautiful. Or the opposite, you mustn't have washed the car. It is very dirty. Here we have some examples of modal verbs in the question form. I'm sharing this with you so that you can see the different structure when we ask questions. So we start with the modal verb. Should I buy the shirt? I'm asking for advice. I'm asking for your suggestion. Should I buy the shirt? Could I come to the party? So in the question form here, when we use could, it's polite. It's a good way to ask questions. You should be using it as often as you can. Could I come to the party? Might or may I come to the party? May is also used as a polite way of asking. Could is better to use. Must I wash the car? We're asking for, is it an obligation? Must I wash the car? Can I wash the car? This is possible. You could ask this. Can I wash the car is asking, it's a general possibility and ability. So can I wash the car? I'm sure you can. Could I wash the car? Yes, thank you. That would be great. But take note now that with have to and need to, the structure is slightly different. Do I have to wash the car? Do I need to wash the car? So read through the sentence structures there and make a note so that you know which form to use. In conclusion, continue practicing on your own. Remember that modal verbs are very important. This is how we speak in English. We are, as I said in the beginning, direct, but we're not blunt. We're polite. Being polite is very important in the way that we phrase things. So don't ignore the modal verbs. Get to know them and use them. And to be fluent, you should be using them all the time. Let me know in the comments if you learned anything new today. I would be very excited to read it.